Today we'll be talking about Chi-Yu, a great offensive and defensive Pokemon with lots of potential. We're going to start off with some team building, getting a general idea of what partners well with Chi-Yu, and what Chi-Yu does well itself. Of course, you can skip through this. I'll have the timestamps for when we get to the battles in the description, and I'll leave the teams in the description for you as well. Without further ado, let's get to it. So to start off, we're going to go with a more offensive version of Chi-Yu. We're going with this Choice Scarf option here, Max Speed Timid. Chi-Yu has the Beads of Ruin ability, lowering the special defense stat by 25% of all the Pokemon. So in general, with the team building, we're going to go with more specially defensive Pokemon, really specially defensive, or we're going to be doing Pokemon that aren't going to take special defensive hits anyway. So with the Choice Scarf option, you're going to want a Heat Wave. A Flamethrower is a great idea. Probably going to want either Dark Pulse and Snarl, or Dark Pulse and Terra Blast. I think here it's a better idea to go with Snarl, if I can find it. Here we go. Just because, if we have lowered special defense, we want to be able to support our team by lowering our opponent's special attack. So let's see. Chi-Yu's our Dark Fire type, so we're going to be weak to water and fighting. So something to counteract that, I think just a baseline. Arcanine is going to be a good intimidator. We don't got to worry about our low defensive stat too much. Probably go with the standard Mago Berry set. If we use Flare Blitz, kind of offensive Arcanine, we don't got to worry about too much. We'll just get our health back, especially with Intimidate. We're going to be taking a lot of defensive hits. Let's see. I think Arcanine should be... I think Snarl is 100% something we should do. Just the same thing as Chi-Yu. We want to be lowering our special attack on the opponent's team, just helping our defenses that way. Will-O-Wisp is a great option. Lowering the offensive, the physical offenses even more alongside Intimidate. Especially since Intimidate I believe only activates once. But so Flare with Snarl, Will-O-Wisp, probably Protect. We don't want to worry about fake outs too much. We can stall turns. If Trick Room's a problem, we can use Protect. Or if we think an obvious move is going to go into our Arcanine, cover it that way. Good partner with Arcanine. We'll get into Terra types later, so we don't gotta worry about our Fire Water Grass Core classic. We can just do a Moongus here. Don't rely on Terra types too much. This is our classical grass, very bulky. Regenerator. I think Citrus Berry is a good fit on here. I don't know about the EVs yet, but this is most likely a good idea. I'll keep this on the back burner. I'm not going to give it an item yet. But Classic Spore, Rage Powder. Let's see. I think Protect, good idea. For the purpose of stalling things out, Tailwind is pretty popular now. We don't always want to be in Trick Room. We can use Protect that way too. And obvious moves, of course. Probably Clear Smog. Dondo's is very, very popular. And we don't have anything for Dragon types yet. And we have 2 Water Weeks, so I think that's a great idea, Clear Smog. We'll worry about the item once we do the EVs. So we have a decent core defensively so far. We want to focus more on offensive now. I'm thinking Roaring Moon is a good option. Now we have Dragon type. We can always Terra type this and switch off that dark weakness. Let's see. If we do, I think a Life Orb set makes sense here. Just full offenses. Boost our attack if Sun gets up. Because our speed doesn't quite reach. We could, if I did this, I don't know if that's worth it. We'll think about this. We're not going to be in Persistence too much since we're using Arcanine. We're not really going to have Sun. I think we're not gonna have sun. I think it's a good idea if we have photosynthesis attack. If they send in a fire, if they send in Torkoal, you know, set up the sun for us. I think that's a better option. I think we're gonna want. I think we're gonna want Throat Chop, Dragon Claw. I think an offensive option we can do here is Tailwind. I think Tailwind's not a bad idea at all. Yeah, I think with our other offensive options, I think I'm gonna go with Tailwind. I'll kind of go into why I'm thinking that once we get to those. I think another good move here would probably do Turtle Steel. I'm just gonna go ahead and change that now. Get the good Iron Head coverage. You know, deal with Flutter Mane, stuff like that. Speaking of Flutter Mane, I think it's a good idea to add that. Just very Ghost type coverage and very, very good this generation. Dazzling Gleam Classic. Shadow Ball. Let's see. How do we cover Trick Room? If we don't want Trick Room up, we have a Moongus with Spore. I know Flutter Mane gets Trick Room, which is why I'm thinking about this now. I think I'm gonna do Trick Room Protect because I'm not too worried about not using these moves on Flutter Mane. I think Dazzling Gleam and Shadow Ball is all we need. If that's the case, I think something like this makes sense. And then Focus Sash. Because if we can use Protect, you know, cover that option. We can't get Fake Out because we're Ghost type. So we're always going to take a hit. We're going to get big damage off. Probably at least 2 turns. Unless we switch in on something, which is always an option too. Yeah, I think this makes sense. And then last, let's see. I think Iron Hands makes sense. Because we got, let's see, Dark Fire, Fire, Grass, Dragon, Ghost, Fairy. Get a Fighting type coverage, Fighting and Electric type coverage. Take care of waters, take care of anything weak to fighting. I think Iron Hands makes sense. I think Iron Hands with booster energy. If we get an attack boost, let's do this. Let's do super bulky overall. He's gonna have low to special defenses anyway. I don't even think we're gonna worry about that. I think we're gonna actually even do this. We're gonna boost our defense to an odd number to cover as many rolls as possible. I think we're not even gonna worry about special defense. I think with our Tailwind option, I'm gonna leave this max speed, and I'm actually gonna do an admin. So we can reach 140 base speed. Let's see, what does that beat? Let's think. Definitely gonna beat Arcanine for the most part. Let's see. We're at 140. That means it's like 90 base speed. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. We're gonna be outspeeding all this stuff. Oh, Armor Rouges. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Especially if we're gonna be putting Tailwind on Roaring Moon. So if we're gonna be doing full attack, I think Close Combat, Fake Out, Wild Charge. What else? I think Iron Head makes sense here, and we're gonna do something funky with our Terra type. So we got Iron Head. Okay. So we have the movesets on all of our Pokemon, and we have some EV spreads. These are just classic though. I think. Okay, so these are both odd, so we could just do HP here. Okay. So let's do. Cover our offensive. Okay, so we just need defensive EVs. You know, all these are very classical. Well, just 250, 252, but I think we're gonna go a little fancy on these. I want them to have a lot of HP. I'm definitely not gonna go 252, but I'm just gonna put it up here so we have to work with. I think at least 4 attack. I don't want to leave it at 0. For sure makes sense. You know, clearly not going to have any special attack. I'm probably going to just go ahead and lower this. I'm going to do something like this. Make it joy. Flavored Snarl, Will-O-Wisp, Protect. Okay, so we're going for a Snarl, Will-O-Wisp, Protect. We're definitely going to have not much attack. Do something like... What speed do I want? What does this hit? 154. 124, huh? 154 is a good number. Not a lot of Arcanines are gonna go that high, I think. So 154, 40 on Iron Hands for Tailwind. It's gonna outspeed almost everything in Tailwind. I think 196 Jolly Speed is good. We're outspeeding a lot of things. Especially with flavored coverage. I don't think we need a lot of attack. So I think that's good. Amoonguss, you know, 252 HP for sure. Actually, I'm just gonna leave that for now. How much defense do I want? I want a pretty moderate amount of defense and a lot of. So I want this to be odd. I could do something like this. See, the problem with doing teams right now is we're not too sure for damage calcs because damage calcs aren't out yet for Pokemon Showdown. I think so. If we do 108 plus defense, what if I do something like this? Yeah, so we have 2 odd numbers on our defenses, and we have a lot of HP. 220. If we're gonna put Citrus Berry on it, then we want this to be like this. Put this here. Do something like this. I think actually, I think this makes sense. I think we're not gonna worry about our defenses too much. I think it's not that big a deal. And we'll stick with Citrus Berry. Yeah. So let's see, Terra types now. So we have 2 fire types, so they're definitely gonna change this. I think I think we're gonna go with a more defensive option rather than an offensive option. Try Terra Water. Just kind of counteract our fire weakness here. Same idea for Arcanine, I think. You know, just bulky water. Kind of bulky water. You know, water is a very bulky type. It's very respectable. I think the idea we're going to go with here is we're going to go with Ghost. So that way we can dodge fake outs. And similar things like that. Definitely Steel here. So Flutter Mane, I'm conflicted. I think since this is a spread move, we're gonna go with Fairy. And then, you know, I said I was gonna do something funky with this. I think for Iron Hands, we're gonna wanna go Flying. We wanna dodge ground type moves, I think, is our whole purpose. We have a lot of ground type weak Pokemon. Amoonguss isn't gonna take a lot, because it's already poison type. This is fire type, this is fire type. This is electric type, so I think we go Flying. I think that makes sense. Yeah, it's a pretty solid team. We'll go with this, and then we'll get into more battles of it later. Okay, so Chi-Yu is a pretty bulky Pokemon. So for our second team here, I think we're gonna go with the Assault Vest. You know, we're not getting our special defense lowered because it's all other active Pokemon. So we're really, really bulky. I think that'll be good. So if we're gonna do Assault Vest, what can we do here? I think we're gonna do something really, really interesting with this team. So For all purposes being bulky. Okay, let's think. If we're gonna be bulky supportive, I think doing something like Trick Room is gonna make sense here. So if we're doing Trick Room, then definitely for Rigoraph. That's just a really, really good Trick Room Pokemon. I also don't have to worry about getting faked out and stuff. So I don't gotta do anything silly with our Terra types this time. Go ahead and put Armor Tail on that so I don't forget. Okay, if we're doing Trick Room, we're definitely gonna have a Mungus. So fire grass. I don't think. If we're gonna be defensive, do we need Intimidate? I think so. Let's do something like. Ooh, I think a really good idea. Okay, so I was thinking. We can burn it with Lava Plume, so we can still be kind of offensive. Let's do Snarl. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna do something like this. I'll explain in a second. Okay. So I think we're gonna try Fire Spin to trap Pokemon, and then we're gonna do Purifying Salt, Terra-type Ghost, Supportive Garganackle with Salt Cure. So, because Salt Cure never ever ends, and it's pretty good versus Steel and Waters. And if we're worried about Waters with Chi, we're worried about Steels with Garganackle. I think it's a good idea. We're gonna do something like this. Okay, so we're gonna trap with Fire Spin, do residual damage that way. We're gonna do Salt Cure with Garganackle. I think that makes sense. You know, put Pokemon to sleep with a Mungus, which is a regenerator. Tail, yep. Okay, so we're gonna do something like that. Would be good then. Okay, so if we're gonna do all the supportive ideas, let's do something really, really offensive. Let's take advantage of. So if we're doing Trick Room, people are gonna be using Torkoal. So I think if we think Torkoal is a threat, let's do Fluttermane. Let's do Choice Specs Fluttermane. Let's just do a ton of damage, I think. And then something else that would be good in Trick Room. Iron Hands again? Yeah, I mean Iron Hands and Trick Room is really good. Let's do this. It's classic spread. Don't gotta worry about this too much. Same thing, same idea. Oh, if Chi is gonna be lowering our special defenses, we can put Light Screen on this. Okay, so let's do Psychic, Trick Room, Light Screen. What else? Probably Foul Play. I don't think we need any more supportive options. I doubt we're gonna. We could put Helping Hand on Garganackle. I believe it gets that, so we don't need it on Pergraff. I think Foul Play makes sense. Let's do Foul Play. We do like Terra-type Ghost or Terra-type Dark on this, since we don't need Terra-type Ghost for support. That way we get a ton of damage with our Foul Plays. Okay, so if we have Lava Plume, Snarl. Actually, instead of Lava Plume, let's do Ruination and Heat Waves. We still have damage output because we have naturally high special attack. So even if we go bulky, it's not gonna be that big a deal. Our HP because it's kind of a low stat. We went high. If we're gonna be really high special defense, especially with Light Screen, let's do this. Let's really boost our defense. That way we're dual threat. Do we want to be Relaxed Nature? Let's see how low this goes. We want our special defense to be even because with Salt Vest. I think this makes sense. I think 94 speed's low enough to still make sense in Trick Room. Let's do Mental Herb on Rigoraph, just classic Armor Tail block, Mental Herb block, free Trick Room. Max HP, we want to be really bulky. That's a high HP stat, jeez. Let's do a high defense number since we have Light Screen. Do like something like this, really even it out. Do we want to be? I think we want to do this. Something like this. 76 even for light screen. Yeah. Okay, and then I think we want to work on our Garganacl before we do our other Pokemon. So we're doing a Salt Cure idea. Definitely gotta do leftovers. Just want to stay alive as long as physically possible. I don't think, let's do Body Press and let's make him max defensive. That way we don't have to worry about our special defense too much. I'm gonna do this just because, you know, support Pokemon. We're always gonna be like getting light screen up. Let's see. Actually, do we want to go all out with this? Let's think about this for a second. So we're Terror type Ghost. We're gonna be taking half damage from Ghost type moves. Means we're weak to Dark. And let's do like 100 defense and do this. And if we go Sassy then. What's this stat? Oh, that's pretty good. So we've respectable defense for Body Press. And we still have really good special. I think this is good. We're a dual threat. I think that's good. Especially since we're Terror type and Ghost, so we don't have to worry about our actual defense stuff too much. And then, you know, this thing is Iron defense too, so we can just raise our defenses that way. Helping Hand for sure. And gotta put Salt Cure back on. There we go. Let's just put the moves on this since we just know what they're gonna be. Do Clear Smog again for Dondozo. Let's do Citrus Berry on this guy again. I think we're gonna do a similar idea to the last team, where we're just gonna be, you know, decently high HP. I think we're going max HP 164, 92. I think we'll just do like a classical set like this. And we'll do like Relaxed Nature, 0 IVs. We're gonna really invest in the slow version of the team. So choice specs, Funimation, booster energy, Hired Hands makes sense. So for choice specs, we want Dazzling Gleam for sure, Moonblast for sure. We need a Shadow Ball. What's a good last move? We have a choice here. We have Icy Wind. I think everyone's too slow to really utilize this Icy Wind. Do something like Size Shock, get some psychic coverage. I think that makes sense. And then we're just gonna, I think, do this. Do we want? No, we're definitely gonna be timid. Something like this. And then Iron Hands. We got our EVs already. I think we're just gonna do something really similar. Just let's see, Wild Charge. What we want? Probably just Iron Hand. I think so. This is weak. This is weak. Weak is here. Do the same idea. Terror type Flying, just in case we need to. Oops. Just in case we need to dodge. There we go. Earthquakes. Let's see. Terror type Fairy. I think we're gonna make this. Probably make this Water type again. I don't see a reason not to. We're not really weak to electric moves. Dark type. So do we want this to be bulky water again? I think we do. I wish I could do a calc. Instead of doing Ruination, we could do like Terror Blast Water, kill Arcanines. Let's do something like that. We do Terror Blast Water and we KO Arcanine. Most likely. I think the calc works out. There's no way. 156 with the special defense drop. I think that definitely kills, especially with its stab. Even if it doesn't kill, it's just really good versus Arcanine. I think that's a good idea. Yeah. So let's see. Chi with Assault Vest, Furgraph and Mental Herb. Really focusing on the Trick Room. We're gonna have a Soul Cure plus our Fire Spin combo. Terror Blast to deal with Arcanine. Iron Hand's just to deal massive damage with Helping Hand, Garganacl support. And I think Fluttermane just for really high special defense abuse from Witchy. Yeah, I think that's good. Only thing I'm not set on is the Psyshock. But I think we'll just go for it for now. I think this makes sense. Alright, we'll be switching for a team. We're still kind of low in the ladder just because it's, you know, this ladder just kind of came out. Okay, so they have Iron Bundle, Great Tusk, Grimmsnarl, Amogus, Arcanine, Goldango. Okay, so they're gonna be really weak to fighting. Our fighting type coverage seems really good here. Tailwind doesn't seem the greatest here. I don't see them using Tailwind too much. Their Great Tusk is great against our Arcanine, but if we could have, if we could, I don't know, Will-O-Wisp off. We kind of wouldn't need to worry about Goldango. Steel Ghost coverage. I think our Focus Sash Fluttermane is going to come in here good. Do they even have Trick Room? Do any of these guys get Trick Room? I'm not sure. This new game is like insane. There's so many new Pokemon. I don't think any of these guys get Trick Room. Grimmsnarl for sure does not get Trick Room. We gotta worry about Parting Shot, Prankster. I think a good 4 here would be... Let's do... I don't have to worry about Fake Out too much. Let's try and do Chiyu, Fluttermane start, Arcanine, and either Amoonguss or... I think it's do Amoonguss. Okay. So they got their Iron Bundle, Ice Water type, Ground Fighting type. So, if we... get to Terrasilize early here, but I think it makes sense. So they're probably gonna double target of some sort. Boost energy speed. This guy might be Scarf max speed, but I doubt it. He's not gonna outspeed me either way. Let's try to maybe Heat Wave. If we do like Heat Wave, Dazzling Gleam, it's gonna do a lot of damage. Let's try that, and you can't switch out. There's no way. Okay, so he Icy Winds. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Okay, so he just knocks out our Fluttermane, but we completely are gonna run away with our Chiyu here in a second, it seems like. So I think we just get a Amoonguss out. We put everything to sleep other than Goldango, but we don't gotta worry about Goldango because we got Chiyu here. Especially with that Icy Wind miss, jeez. Even if, you know, they didn't miss Icy Wind, we can just, you know, clear smog our own guy. So I think we might just run away with this, especially since they missed that Icy Wind. Better not forfeit. Okay, Arcanine. Okay. So I would really like to not be Choice Scarf here, but that's just too bad. Maybe just Heat Wave anyway. I could see him being Safety Goggles. He can't really do anything to our Chiyu. He's probably just going to start snarling. Okay, if we brought out Arcanine, he's probably going to have Amoonguss or Goldango on the back. We need a KO Great Tusk, so let's just do that. Let's Heat Wave, and we're going to Spore the Arcanine, just pretend, you know, Flare Blitz or whatever's not an issue. Normal type. Okay. Oh, that's a big issue. Oh, he burned me too. For Citrus here, we're probably not gonna die. Oh god, we did die. Okay, that's a big issue. So, dang, that's a really sucky miss. We can't even switch out without our Amoonguss now. Okay, so he resists snarls. We can't knock him out that way. We have to flare blitz. And we have to, I guess, clear smog. Just get some more damage off. I'm probably going to activate his berry though, but I can't really do anything about that because I have to flare blitz anyway. Let's see what he does. Goldango, okay. So he just lost his Goldango for no reason. But his... So his Great Tusk is back in now, but I can just... Flare Blitz. Put you back to sleep if you wake up. Yeah. Okay, so he knocks out my Moongus, but I knock out his Great Tusk. And I don't think he can win here. Because he's a normal type, especially. So I think we just win. Nice. Nice 5-turn win. Sweet. Alright, let's look for a new battle. Wow, this guy kind of misplayed super hard, just giving his Goldango for free. Hopefully our next opponent doesn't do anything like that. Okay, so Gastrodon's going to be an issue, and they're definitely Choice Banded, Extreme Speed, Terra Normal, Dragonite. So... We're going to want a Moongus here for sure. They have Torkoal, which is kind of an issue. They don't really have a Trick Room Pokemon other than their Flutter Mane. If we do a Moongus and... maybe Snarlchi? This could be Lumberry too. It's a Lumberry that's kind of an issue. We're definitely gonna bring Arcanine. And we need something to deal with Torkoal. Which is kind of an issue. Snarl's pretty good for that. I think actually we're not too worried about it. Let's just do something to deal with maybe our own Flutter Mane to deal with their Flutter Mane. Just because we have Focus Sash and they probably don't. Do something like this. Okay, so so they're gonna do something fancy with their Torkoal, and they're gonna do a lot of damage to their Flutter Mane right now. They'll probably Scarf special attack of some sort. Definitely gonna Spore the Torkoal here, and I think we're just gonna have to Snarl and then deal with it from there. Doesn't KO me for sure. There's no way. Okay. Oh, we Scarf. Okay. But my Moongus lives just because, you know, we EV'd it to be that way. Okay. So he's not speed and he already used Moonblast. So now we can kind of... I really wish that this wasn't Scarf like it is. Huh. Or no. Yeah. Is it Scarf? Or no, it's just higher speed than me, I guess. It's not mid-speed, because he's not Trick Room. I should have counted for that. Let's do Flutter Mane. So we have Protosmith, this is speed. We really don't want to die here. Maybe Arcanine. Arcanine, Shadow Ball. We don't want to Terrastalize. For sure. Let's do this. Okay. So his Arcanine comes out. His Torkoal is going to be asleep for at least a turn. Okay, so that didn't do as much as I want, so he's really specially defensive. Let's Terra Water, I think, and just keep snarling. We don't want to deal with this Torkoal at all. Huh. This is really bulky. Probably has Heat Wave, Fire Blitz, or something like that. Maybe Protect here would be a good idea. Let's do that. Okay, so we're faster than his Arcanine. That's good. Okay, so he's Snarl too. That makes sense. We can't really get away with Snarl again, can we? Okay, I have to KO his Torkoal, and then I can probably just switch out my Flutter Mane after that. And we can just keep snarling with Arcanine here. Okay, so he breaks my Sash, and he breaks out his Flutter Mane. So we're presumably still faster. So... He lowered my special attack. I don't know if that's an issue. I mean, 124 is really low. But he's at 68 HP. He's really specially defensive is my issue, I guess. If we're in Sun, we can't KO, can we? No way. I'm gonna try this. Do I protect here? There's only one more turn of Sun. I might be able to switch back into Mungus next turn and just protect this turn. Or I can Terrasilize Fairy. Do I Trick Room? No way. I'm just gonna protect. Okay, so he sends in Dragonite. He's Fairy type now. Okay. Okay, we knock out his Flutter Mane. Okay. So now, I think we send in a Mungus and we Terrasilize Fairy Dazzling Gleam. And I think that's... Oh, I can't Terrasilize because he's Extreme Speed. Or no, he can't be Extreme Speed because he just Terrasilize, right? Right. Okay, so I can Terrasilize Dazzling Gleam, it should be fine. And do a lot of damage to his Dragonite. I think enough to manage. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely a lot. Flare Blitz, KO. Alright, okay. And this should be good. Because now he doesn't KO my Mungus with anything, really. I can just protect and either Snarl or Flare Blitz here. He's Life Orb too, that's even better. We're gonna Flare Blitz the Arcanine. Alright, cool. And now we should be able to Spore and Flare Blitz. Nice. Okay, so now we can just clear Smog and we should have a win. Nice, awesome. Alright, so now we're going to get some battles on our Garganacl plus Chiyu sport team. So, let's see, not too many people are going to be expecting it. Ooh, okay, so he's a really defensive team, so this might actually work out really, really well. So, our Garganacl is definitely going to be playing, and it's definitely going to be Terrasilizing Ghost. But we do have to worry about his Houndstone. I think Chiyu's gonna be good here. Chiyu. So we're gonna set up not Trick Room, right? Because all those Pokemon are really slow. No. Okay. What he's doing is he's doing Sandrush Houndstone with Tyranitar, and he's using Grimmsnarl for defensive stuff, Palafin for offense, and this is just, you know, standard Tinglu with Body Press. I don't know what Garganacl is exactly, but it shouldn't be too much of an issue. So I think we're going to do Farigiraf. Maybe a Mungus. I can see myself doing a Mungus here and then pivoting out. Do I just want to do like all these four? I don't see myself using Flutter Mane Iron Hands too much, although I can see the use of Iron Hands with Booster Energy Helping Hand. Ooh. We're slower than this, so we get up Trick Room. Okay, we're gonna do this, get up Trick Room for sure. And I think Garganacl Iron Hands and just do a bazillion damage. Trick Room, do I? He's probably gonna fake me out, he probably doesn't know how this works. But, Trick Room, Spore the Tyranitar, we just get a free turn here I think. There's no way he knocks me out. Yeah, Stealth Rock, what the? Okay, I don't even know what to say to that. We don't need to Foul Play. We're just gonna put his Grimmsnarl to sleep and we're gonna switch to Iron Hands, I think. Do that at Garganackle, start putting up special defenses. Because these are all physical attackers now. Maybe do that. And we're gonna spore his Grimmsnarl. Parting shot, huh? Okay. I mean, I don't mind. Yeah, okay. Do this. Iron defense. And we're going to spore Tinglu. Just, you know, get free spore off somewhere. Our Amogus is in no danger whatsoever. Okay. So he's trying to trap me, I guess. If I can just switch out. Let's do... start body pressing. Maybe one more iron defense. I don't want his Tinglu to wake up is my issue, I guess. I don't want to deal with Salt Cure, so I might just do this. And then maybe Rage Powder. One more turn. Then go back to Farigiraf. Okay, so he's iron defensing too, but I can just... okay. The Garganackle should die here. I don't understand exactly what his plan is. Because he's going for defense raises? Okay, so he's gonna start recovering, so I'm just gonna iron defense. And Sporting Lu again, and I'm gonna switch out with Amogus. I don't want to do with whatever he's trying to do. And I might... I mean, if this was his game plan, I wish I brought Chiyu, but I mean, it's fine. Just gonna keep doing this. Put him to sleep. I think iron defense one more time, just because he's not stopping me. And then I'm gonna do... so he's really slow. His reflex gonna go down soon. Maybe I protect this turn. No, I'm just gonna switch out. Okay, so he brings me Tyranitar, yep, okay. So now we can body press Garganackle and free Trick Room. Because his Tyranitar is asleep for 0 turns. His Garganackle should die here, right? Can't remember exactly how much damage I was doing. Tinglu comes back out. Iron defense. Okay, so now he's not gonna die, but that doesn't matter too much. Trick Room. Okay. And now I think we body press the Tinglu and switch to Iron Hands and just start doing a bunch of damage. Okay. So now whatever comes in dies. I can probably Helping Hand KO this. No way he lives, right? Maybe he lives. Not sure. This definitely dies. Actually, I'm just gonna body press close combat maybe. Or fake out. If I do body press, fake out. I for sure don't die. Kill him. Okay, so I'm double Soul Cured, but he's not doing anything to my Garganackle. I can eventually just KO him. Tornad's gonna come out. He's still 0 turns asleep. Yeah, I could just double the Garganackle here. I should die. Yep, goodbye Garganackle. And now he can't win. It's over. Yep, nice. Alright, we're gonna do one more battle, see if we can find that battle here real quick. Ladder's pretty active for 4 AM. Okay, so he's definitely what's his Farigiraf doing? Okay, so I doubt it's Trick Room based on his team, but maybe this is Bulldoze, Weakness Policy, Tyranitar with Spore, and then just Chien-Pao support with Defense Drop, and then he's got like a Defiant Braviary to stop him Intimidate, I guess is his idea. But okay, so he's slower than me. I can Spore him, I'm assuming. Garganacl is gonna be good here, I'm assuming. Amoonguss is good for Clear Smile. I'm gonna let him try and set up. I can't bring Chi-Yu because of this Chien-Pao Tyranitar nonsense. Plus Braviary too. Let's do Amoonguss, Garganacl. Fluttermane plus Iron Hands? That might work. Chien-Pao's at speed tie, right? Dang. This should be fine. Okay, so he's setting up Trick Room. Okay, so he's setting up Trick Room, then we're gonna want to do this. And we're going to Salt Cure the Amoonguss. Just to, actually, we're gonna Spore. Do we have Terra here? Maybe we should start Iron Defensing without Terrestrializing. Because I don't know exactly what he's doing yet. I'm gonna Salt Cure his. No, I'm gonna do my original plan. I'm gonna Spore Farigiraf and I'm gonna Salt Cure Amoonguss. We want. Okay, cool. So now he doesn't have. Okay, so he's actually offensive. He kind of tricked me here. But now we have our Chien-Pao down to half, and okay, safety goggles. Okay. That's actually really interesting. I can Terrestrialize Water here, and do I even want to do that? I doubt he kills me. No, I'm gonna Terra Water Spore, and I'm going to. Oh, I don't even know. Maybe Body Press the, or I could. What could I do here? Spore Chien-Pao, Terra Ghost, and Iron Defense? That makes sense. Ally Switch. Dang. Okay, I didn't expect that. I didn't even know he got that. Okay, but now we're kind of running away with our Garganacl. So we can protect. No, whatever we Body Press into, pretty sure it's gonna die. Let's do it into Chien-Pao. Very curious why he's offensive for a graph, kind of. Or why he went for Dazzling Gleam, I guess. Very interesting idea, though. Okay, so his Chien-Pao's dying. Dazzling Gleam does nothing. Goodbye. Okay. So Farigiraf's kind of dead weight. You know, he's not going to be doing anything in the entire game. I'm just going to ignore Farigiraf, I think. Okay, Tyranitar's dead. Do we sack our Fluttermane here and then just go crazy with Iron Hands? I think is our plan. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to do this. We're going to sack Fluttermane. If he doesn't kill it, then Fluttermane's just going to destroy his entire team. So let's see if he can respond to this. Okay, if he doesn't, unless he protects, I guess. But even if he protects, then oh, Ghost type. Okay, sure. Okay, so now we have Shadow Ball, and he doesn't have his special defense raise anymore. He can do that, but then we Iron Defense again. I think we commit to this idea that we Soul Cure the Tyranitar. I'm kind of concerned because he's Ghost type and he has Crunch. Okay, I'm gonna Shadow Ball. I think I'm gonna Iron Defense one more time. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. I don't care about that. Okay, so now we can, let's see. Iron Hands here. And we can just ignore the Farigiraf, I guess, and do this. If we double into his Amoonguss with Iron Hand and Body Press, we're either going to kill Tyranitar or we're going to kill Amoonguss. Okay, cool. So Amoonguss is dead. Goodbye. See you later. And I'm pretty sure we win the game. Because Frigoraph isn't doing anything and we can just, you know, Salt Cure his Tyranitar. I might want to send in Amoonguss here. I'm not sure. He's Ghost type. I think I might just Wild Charge Salt Cure. Terra Blast, what? Interesting. Okay, so his Tyranitar just dies because I don't know what he's doing. But Clear Smog and Body Press should win. Good game. There's nothing he can do here. This is just it. Let's see what he does. He's gonna forfeit or what? Nope, he's just gonna commit to it. It's 1 HP. Okay, do it again. Yep, game over. Alright, nice. That's 4 wins in a row. Okay, so hopefully you guys saw the power of these teams. I didn't get to use Roaring Moon too much, but you know, getting up Tailwind and just sweeping a team with Flutter Mane, Iron Hands, Arcanine, Chi-Yu. These guys just do insane amounts of damage to all these Pokemon. So you just know it's going to be good. As long as you can get up Tailwind, especially with the Amoonguss support, that's definitely a viable option. Something Chi-Yu can do, I was thinking about Adrenaline Orb. And, you know, getting rid of Snarl, doing something like Terra Blast Water. You know, this is a complete counter to Arcanine. You still get to switch all your moves, because you're just Adrenaline Orb, but you're getting the Choice Scarf boost. And a lot of people have Arcanine, and they're going to switch in Arcanine versus Iron Hands, they're going to switch in Arcanine versus Roaring Moon. And this just kills Arcanine in one hit. So that's an idea you can do over Choice Scarf if you don't want to commit to, you know, locking yourself into one move. And you know, it also takes advantage of our Terra type here. So that's an option you can do. I was thinking about, and this team is just really, really good. I don't know if there's any improvements I can think of. Something I maybe thought about was Protect over Helping Hand, just in case you need that for some reason. Flutter Mane, you know, you're just gonna be using this as like, you know, kill me or die type of threat. You know, a lot of the times you're gonna put in Flutter Mane just to be a threat. You're not even gonna be expecting to get kills with it. But if your opponent doesn't respond properly to the threat, you know, you are going to get kills. This does so much damage. Chi-Yu, not gonna die. Fire Spin locks things in. We didn't get to use it, unfortunately. But, you know, Terra Blast Water, same idea with Arcanine. This usually kills. And, you know, you can just get damage on Arcanine another way. And Terra Blast will, you know, obviously then kill. But, you know, Fire Spin's good. You know, unless they're Dark type, they're locked in. You can Salt Cure. You have Leftovers, Iron Defense. You're not gonna die. You know, you can Fire Spin, Salt Cure, bring in Amoonguss, start boosting up this guy. There's a lot of defensive options you can do, and they're not gonna KO you. So, especially early in the metagame when people don't even know what these Pokemon do, you can just take advantage of people that way, just climb up the ladder. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. These are some really good teams. I'll leave them in the description for you. And yeah, hopefully, you know, these Pokemon are legal in VGC moving forward. We haven't seen the official format yet for Pokemon, but fingers crossed.